Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Talking Gold here at Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds. Rick Davis, it's been back to school week. This summer really went by super fast. I mean, I can't believe the babies are already going back to school.
They are, they're not babies either. Did you see that baby over here selling jewelry a few minutes ago?
Yes, which is
21 years old, going to college and needs tuition money.
Yes. Well, they need tuition money, they need meal money, college is expensive.
Well, I mean, they're bringing their parents are giving them scrap gold that they can sell. They
We've
know
had a
that it's
lot of
going
that
to get
going
stuff.
on. Yeah.
For college tuition, for books, for just, anything that goes, it's got to go with back to school.
Yeah. Well, and then you talk about how if your elementary school kids are going to school, you have your school fees that you have to pay for, and then they get to class, and then you find out there's an art fee, there's a English fee, there's all these other fees that start to add up, and it really can break the bank.
What is it? I haven't even heard anybody say what it costs to put a kid in fifth grade now.
Well, it's been about 13 years since I did that. No, not 13, but my baby's going to college, and I still remember how expensive elementary school,
you got to buy
school,
school
things
clothes.
like that.
Oh,
school
shoes,
clothes is just
clothes,
the beginning, and then
you got to drive groceries and feed them. And,
right, and then you get to the fees that the schools add on to, which makes you wonder about your tax dollars. But I mean, it happens, and so it's very expensive to send a kid to school, whatever age. But we have had a lot of people that are bringing in their scrap, and they are coming out with much more than they thought they would, as usual. But it's been very...
Does it cost $1,000 to put a kid in school with clothes and stuff, or can you get out for $1,000?
Well, depending on how many you have and how good you budget, I mean, it can very well be. Like, I had my two, and yes, beginning a new school year would cost me right around at least $7,000 to $8,000, $9,000.
And that was then.
Yeah,
and
then.
This is now.
Exactly.
So now
when inflation wasn't so high.
If it was $1,000 for one kid, it would have been $2,000 for two kids, and then now it's probably $3,000.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Now I can't even imagine. Like,
anyway, it all starts to make sense. That's why everybody's scurrying to get the money and get it early.
Well, and also, since they do have a couple of weeks left, people are still, trying to go on vacations, just little short trips and everything. And we had a gentleman that came in yesterday. He was just wanting to take the kids to Gatlinburg so that they could go hiking for one last fun weekend before school started. Yeah. And he had some things that his mother left him, and then he had some things from, I think, a former relationship. And he left out of here with what he said was going to be enough money to cover most of their $1,300. I mean, he came out with almost enough money to pay for that entire trip. So that's also something to think about. Give everybody a little break. Parents and the babies, they need breaks too before we start this new year.
Well, they make it into a little annual trip every year, to Gatlinburg, the clothes. They're going to buy the school clothes.
Yeah,
for the
you got to
kids.
make that an annual year because they grow out of them just as soon as you buy them. But no, I've got one starting kindergarten. My little god baby, he's starting kindergarten this year, and then I've got Madison going into UK, and all around everybody's broke. Everybody's just a little strapped. But if you have that extra gold, like I said, he had some that was left from his mother, he said several years ago, that he just never paid attention to, and brought it in and got nearly enough to pay for their entire trip. So definitely check your jewelry boxes. Also had another lady that's getting a piece made, and we came to the cost on that. Oh, well, I have a bunch of stuff that I don't wear anymore. I said, bring that in. We will put it toward your custom piece. Yeah. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. Get the cash, put it towards something new, all kinds of options. Yeah. So it's really great. But yes, speaking of it being hard economically on everybody lately, just doesn't seem like it's going to get much better before
the election. We're not going to talk about that. Retract that statement.
Well, we'll get to other things
We'll make
later.
it as good for you as we can, so just keep bringing your stuff in and, make sure that Bidenomics is working against you. We know that how that works.
Yes,
but,
we do.
We'll try to help every way we can. Back to school money, scrap gold money, custom money, whatever it is you need. Tell us what you want. We'll try to fill your needs. That's the best we can do.
Yeah, and speaking of Bidenomics, we definitely are going to get to the bullion side of everything because it's getting a little crazy out there. Right. So we're going to get into that. Before we get into Bidenomics and everything like that, we're going to talk about some school safety tips with the youngsters going back, especially the little ones, not so much the big ones like, well, there are safety tips that we should talk about that on another episode, but these are for the littles. Yeah. So just want to go into some safety tips to remind you guys about when the little ones are going back to school. So guys, just remember when you are driving through school zones to slow down. They are reduced speed zones for a reason. There are children present at any given time and they are little, so you can't see them all the time. Just make sure that you guys are slowing down. We're all slowing down. Also make sure that you come to a complete stop. If you see somebody that's trying to get into a school or coming out of a school, they're typically in neighborhoods or around busy areas, so please just make sure that you're coming to a complete stop for any children crossing, any parents trying to get across to, collect their children, anything like that. And make sure that you're eliminating distractions. It only takes a second for a kid to run out in front of your car, and if you look down at that phone, which we are not supposed to be doing anyway for our own protection, those kids are very fast, and it's a lot harder to stop before anything bad can happen. So also make sure that you're looking between parked cars. The kids, they don't necessarily pay 100% attention to looking both ways, using their ears to listen. So please just make sure that if you're going through parked cars, if you're going through a school zone, you're stopping and you're being slow. School buses. Please make sure that you come to a full stop around school buses. Those children could be coming from the other side of the street as well as still running because they are missing the bus. Not that I know anything about that, but they are running fast and they are running from everywhere. So please make sure that you're stopping for school buses. Reversing, especially when you're coming out of a school, check your blind spots. Again, kids can be small, they can be in your blind spots, and you would hate to back over anybody, of course not knowing about it for sure. Another thing is bicycles. There are a lot of kids that ride their bikes to school. There are also a lot of parents in certain areas that take bikes to pick up their kids from school. So please always make sure that you're watching bike lanes, and not just bike lanes, but people who, again, are coming through in between cars, coming down other ways that you're not used to now that the school season is starting. There's a lot of different things out there that we need to watch out for. And the school patrol officers, bless their hearts and thank you for their service, but please pay attention to them. They typically have better eyes going on the children and the campus and things like that than you can just from your vehicle. So please make sure you're paying attention to what they're saying, what direction they're telling you to go. If they're telling you to slow down, then you shouldn't have been going that fast anyway, but please slow down and please be mindful of the kids. So definitely appreciate everybody taking a look out for that, and God bless our little children, and I hope they all have a wonderful year at school.
Very good. Very heartfelt. Yeah, I like you
From a mom to the world. But again, thank you everybody for checking out, and definitely come see us because it still gets expensive to send them to school. At
Sonny
that point,
tries
we
to
are.
take care of everybody.
Oh no, just the
Always.
children. But we are going to go to a commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back with you with Talking Gold.
It's finally back to school time and everybody is excited. Well, almost everybody. To help with school supplies, Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds has plenty of cash for your broken or unused jewelry. Stop in and see why people say Rick Davis pays you the most. 5301 Brainerd Road.
Economy, economy, economy. I hear it every day. Again, you're not the only one suffering. Interest rates are through the roof. Grocery prices are through the roof. Gasoline prices are through the roof. And only we the people can correct this. You have to pay attention. You have to get your money in gold and silver as quickly as possible. Do not wait another day. Thank you, and God bless. This is Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds again. Investing in bullion can be a smart move today. I can't stress the urgency of making some moves on your bullion, gold, silver, bullion. Every day we're working deals for people, and we can help you with this. Come in and see me. I'll sit down with you every day, Monday through Saturday. Thank you, and God bless. This is Rick Davis of Rick Davis Gold and Diamonds. It's time that we pay attention to what's going on in the country. We the people have to change the world. Things are not going our way. It's not the way things should be. It's not the way that we grew up. It's not the things that we know. God bless us all. We're faced with times that we've never been involved with before. Things are going on in this world that can't be explained. But if you pay attention, you'll survive it. Put gold and silver back now so that you don't have to go to banks, you don't have to borrow money, you don't have to ask anybody's permission to get your money. If you have it at home or put up in a safe, gold and silver will rise and it will be the answer to your financial problems. So take advantage of it. Buy it today while it's still affordable. Thank you, and God bless.
Okay, the first question is, hey Rick, we live outside of Nashville. Every time we are in Chattanooga, I stop by your store and buy something. I haven't been down since before COVID hit, until last week when I stopped into the store. Your showroom has changed so much. It is amazing. Yes, we did make some changes during COVID. And that's from Joan in Hendersonville, Tennessee.
Joan from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Thanks a lot for your note. We have done a lot with the store. It's amazing for me to look back at footage. We looked at some of the show footage from a year ago, and in the last year we've added $12,000 worth of lighting. The lights and all the fixtures in the showroom are all new bright LED lights, something that's low energy burn. I think Craig told me that we saved $400 a month on our electric bill with just changing the lights. But you know, all these lights was $11,000 or $12,000. We put down the floor, the gray floor, and the other picture we had, it was carpet, and it was shag carpet. It was just a brown, and at one time it was a rose carpet when it was Catherine's dress shop. All the trim around the entire showroom was hot pink for nearly 10 years. It's all gray now. We've changed our shop, it's been remodeled. We've got all the latest equipment in the shop. We've got diamonds, brand new, used, remounts. Anything you want, anything you can find at the mall, we've got it. And Joan, I appreciate your comments about how amazing you said the showroom looked. We're very proud of it. We invite everybody in every day. That when we do the shows, we invite people to come in. I had people that thought we were a pawn shop. We've never been a pawn shop. We don't have saws and drills and equipment and that kind of stuff on display. We're strictly jewelry, fine jewelry, new jewelry, vintage jewelry. We have 21 showcases jam-packed with vintage jewelry. We have anything you can imagine with Rolexes, Tag Heuers, the finest jewelry money can buy. We've got promotional grade. We've got anything you can want in the jewelry business, we have it. And we have it at half what the mall stores would be, if not less, sometimes 60% off of that. So, you know, check us out. We appreciate your cards and letters. Joan, thank you very much for your comment on the store. And we just invite everybody, come in and check us out, see what we're about. Let us show you, let my staff. We can give you the specs. We can meet or beat any price you can find in the southeastern United States. So again, we ask you all to come in and check us out. And Joan from Hendersonville, Tennessee, up around Nashville, please come back and see me again. I enjoyed your note, your letter, and we work very hard to keep that going all the time. So thank you very much.
Mr. Davis, our family just got back from a week-long vacation in Panama City. We paid for the vacation from old unused jewelry that we had sold to you. Thank you. That's from Jenny in Ooltewah. That's awesome.
Jenny in Ooltewah, thank you for your letter very much. I'm very pleased to know you paid for your vacation. In the notes you said that Panama City, you spent a week there and paid for it entirely with unused jewelry. I think that's great. If you didn't have to pay for any extra money and what you got, that was a good vacation because it was like getting money from home without writing for it. Thank you for your comment. I had another gentleman that was in here, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. He rented a 4-bedroom house at Disney World, a condo at Disney World. The tickets, 4 kids and him and his wife, was $5,000 package for the week. And he paid for it every bit with merchandise that he sold to us. So that was another success story. It was great. He had that much. He had some diamonds, he had some coins, but he paid for every penny of it, and he works with us now, so I can verify him. But Jenny, thank you very much for your note. I appreciate your business. As always, please return again. Come and see us, and we'll meet or beat anybody's prices. Always. Thank you. Economy. I hear it every day. Interest rates are through the roof. Grocery prices are through the roof. Gasoline prices are through the roof. Do not wait another day. Ladies and gentlemen, every time you turn on the news, you're hearing about new things that's going on with the stock market, the failing banks, things that's going on. You can't stop these things, so you've got to protect yourself. Come in and sit down with me for 15 minutes. and just let me explain what you can do, how you can protect yourself. I'll spend my time showing you how. If you want to make the investment, great. If you don't, at least you're ahead of the game a little bit. Come in and sit down with me. Thank you, and God bless.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Talking Gold. Again, something that is constantly on all of our minds. The economy, Bidenomics, I don't even think I'm saying it right, but however.
Prices through the roof,
Yes,
everything, groceries,
everything.
gas, fuel, oil, everything.
Yes, and it's definitely going to get a little tighter before it starts to loosen up, and being tight includes bullion right now.
Well, you know, we've talked and talked and talked and preached and talked and begged and told you, and all I know to do right now is to try to keep it as simple as possible. Bullion is getting harder and harder to get. It's not going to get easier. We're going to cut our quantities down very soon, so be ready for it. Try to get in and talk to me today, tomorrow. Don't put off this week what you can get done. We need to get it on paper, need to get it in writing, need to get everything locked in that you're going to buy for the future. You can protect your assets, and everything is protected with bullion. It's the lowest markup of any item you can buy. Gold and silver both is affordable right now. So get in, get your order done, get it processed, and get it where you can put it up and control your own destiny. We preach and preach and preach about this, and I want you to pay attention. It's getting tighter and tighter, harder and harder to get. Don't put off today what you can do. You must do it as soon as possible.
And I also think, the market is going to go, we're getting ready to start an election year.
Sure.
And everything really starts to go crazy then. I feel like this is such a good time to buy because we're under 2,000 on gold, which has not been, it's been up and down around that for a minute.
People have paid as much as $2,100 an ounce to get it.
Yes. And
right now it's $19.43.
Yeah. And going into an election year, I feel like it's just going to go up.
It is.
The markets are going to freak out like they always do, and you can turn
Back
around
to
and
school's hitting.
Yeah.
Everything's hitting in the pocketbook, the grocery store, the fuel prices.
Yeah.
So remember, if you don't have gold and silver, you're not protected. You're not protected for what's coming.
Yeah.
And we don't know what that's going to be for sure, but we think we do, and we think we know how to protect it. We know how to protect it. We're not sure of how great that risk is going to be.
right.
So, buy your gold, get it put up now, get it locked in today, tomorrow, next week, but don't keep putting it off. You're going to run out of time.
Yeah. While you're under the $2,000 mark,
Yeah,
especially in the market, so for sure. So definitely come in and see us, guys, about your bullion, about your scrap gold, about of course purchasing. We still have a whole jewelry store to show you.
Well, remember one thing that we talked about earlier was the United States. Fitch has recently downgraded the credit rating of the United States, which we never had done to us before, and it went from a AAA rating down to a AA plus rating.
Plus, don't forget the plus.
It don't sound like a lot,
Holding on to
but
that plus.
that's a big step. It's a big step
I hope
in
so.
ratings.
I hope so.
And when our downgrade goes that way, it's deteriorating every day. It affects the world economy. It affects the price of gold on a global stage. So remember that. When you can buy. When you can't buy, we'll be the first to let you know it's getting tough, and we've been telling you that for months now. So keep it in mind and check with me, and we'll help you walk through this thing.
For sure. So definitely, check that out, and then we can talk about all that a whole lot. We still have a lot in the showroom going on with bridal season.
Yeah.
I feel like bridal season is never ending
June
anymore.
brides ends,
June
and
brides
August
started
and
in
September,
July.
and fall brides
Well,
start.
now we're getting into Christmas brides. Another huge time for people to get engaged. So
Gosh,
we already
don't
have.
start Christmas right now.
Well, but the bridal season for that has already started.
Yeah, it's
so
there.
we are getting our orders in for stuff like that. We also are trying to keep as many semi mounts in that we can, but they are going quickly. So
The fall show, the
Yeah.
fall show is next week after next.
yeah,
And
so,
we've got to, we've got to get there and get all of our orders in, and that way
right.
we'll have
And then
more
we're
to
going to
choose
come
from.
up with a lot more ideas, and then a lot of the regular things that you guys are looking for. Also, when you come in, there is financing available, so you do have the 90 days interest free. So again, I just had a gentleman for his Christmas bride. He's getting it out he just signed up for financing, got his diamond. We still haven't set on a semi mount just yet, but we're getting there. But he's on the ball.
The hard part's out of
He's
the
wanting
way.
to have everything done by December, paid off and everything, and so 90 days interest free. He's getting that done. Your mountings, if you buy a diamond and semi mount from us, that is all included. All your labor's included. Your first sizing is included. So that's something that the ladies are worried about. And again, and for the gentlemen out there, and I'm sorry to take this too long, but for the gentlemen out there who have been coming in and getting engagement rings, and they're like, oh, well, I think she's a size 6, or I think she's a size 8. Go ahead, and your first sizing is included, but we want to get it right the first time, because I am going to have to charge you the second time. Let's just present it to her pretty and then have her come in and get measured. That way we can get it right the first time, and when she puts it back on her finger, that is her forever ring. So just for the guys out there, running into that a lot lately. So just remember, your first sizing is included. We just want to make sure that it's right the first time. That way, again, when she puts it on, that next time, it is just perfect and her forever ring.
D-O-N-E, done.
Done. Yes, yes, yes. Also, we do have a chain selection that we are hopefully picking up at the Atlanta show. But orders are coming in. So if there's
Finally.
if there's a particular style of chain you're looking for, let us know. That way we can kind of hunt and get you the best deal for sure. But we can always order anything. We can always build something. Just gotta let us know what you need.
Yeah,
Whatever
yeah.
you need, we're gonna do it.
Just remember to watch your surroundings with the school kids. Very important. And I think that'll tie it up for today.
Yep. So thank you guys again for tuning in to Talking Gold, and we will see you next time.
Thank you. God bless.